You might think of tea as just a relaxing beverage to sip on a lazy afternoon, but for some, it's much more than that. It's their job. Welcome to the world of professional tea tasters, experts who are hired to sample, analyze, and assess the quality of tea. It's a job that blends art and science, and one that involves more than just drinking a cup of tea. In this video, we'll take you into the fascinating aromatic world of tea tasting, where professionals get paid to sip tea all day. We'll explore how they evaluate the tea's flavor, aroma, and even the history behind each leaf. So, if you've ever wondered what it's like to taste tea for a living, stick around because we're about to spill the tea on this unique job. Tea tasting, or tea cupping, is a job that requires skill, precision, and an incredibly refined palate. Professional tea tasters are highly trained experts who evaluate tea leaves for flavor, aroma, and even the way they interact with water. Whether it's a delicate white tea or a robust black tea, tea tasters assess everything from the appearance of the leaves to the taste of the brewed tea. The process starts with the tasters examining the leaves. They look at the color, size, and shape of the leaves to determine their quality. Next, the leaves are brewed in water that is at a specific temperature, usually around 200 degrees Fahrenheit. The tasters then use their senses of smell and taste to evaluate the aroma and flavor of the tea. But what exactly are they looking for? Professional tea tasters are trained to identify subtle notes in the flavor, much like a wine sommelier. They can detect everything from floral and fruity notes to earthiness and astringency. It's not just about finding the best flavor, it's about identifying the unique characteristics that make each tea stand out. One of the key skills that tea tasters develop is their ability to taste with their nose. The sense of smell plays a huge role in how we perceive taste, and tea tasters rely heavily on their olfactory senses to evaluate a tea's profile. They sniff the dry leaves, the wet leaves, and the brewed tea to identify any aromas that may indicate a high or low quality tea. A well-trained tea taster can pick out the subtle differences between a high-grade tea and a lower quality one just by smelling it. Tea tasters also evaluate the body of the tea, its texture and mouthfeel. A good cup of tea should feel smooth and balanced, with no overpowering bitterness or astringency. Tasters note whether the tea feels heavy or light on the tongue and how it finishes in the mouth after swallowing. So, how does one become a professional tea taster? It's not as easy as just sipping a cup of tea and saying, "It's good." Becoming a tea taster requires years of training and experience. Many professional tea tasters attend specialized courses or workshops where they learn the ins and outs of tea production, from growing and harvesting to brewing and tasting. Some tea tasters even study the geography of tea growing regions, as the environment can have a huge impact on the flavor of the tea. They also learn about the different processing techniques used to create different types of tea, like black, green, and oolong. While the job may sound like a dream to some, tea tasters must have a very particular set of skills to succeed. They need a highly developed palate, a strong memory for different flavors, and the ability to identify subtle notes that most people wouldn't notice. It's a job that requires constant practice and honing of one's senses. What does it pay to become a professional tea taster? Salaries vary depending on the company and experience, but a starting salary for a tea taster can range from $30,000 to $50,000 a year. Experienced tasters, especially those working for large tea companies or luxury tea brands, can earn significantly more. So, next time you brew a cup of tea, remember that there's a whole world of professionals out there who have tasted countless cups to ensure that your tea is the best it can be. Tea tasting isn't just about sipping a warm beverage. It's about experiencing a centuries-old tradition, appreciating the artistry behind each blend, and honing a refined skill. If you're ever lucky enough to become a professional tea taster, remember, it's not just the leaves that make the tea, it's the expertise that goes into each cup.